Just saying, don't ever do what I did, okay, in this story. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to become a Tiger Fairy. Sorry, we have a special guest. Her name is Rosebud. Which actually the story reminds me that I have to actually take focus factor, which is great. I think I already talked about focus factor at one point. If you don't know what it is, it's a supplement to help you concentrate a little bit better. So, this is probably gonna be deja vu or something like that to me. My ankle's itchy. Okay, I was like in summer school. No, I wasn't. I was in summer camp. Dang it. So I was in summer camp. This little kid, that we're gonna call her by her real name, Crystal. Okay, what happened was, if you don't know what ADHD can do, it can make you forget stuff too. Okay, so you have troubles focusing, you have troubles staying, like, not being super hyper. You have a lot of issues, like, you are super hyper, you cannot concentrate, you forget a lot of stuff, and it's no big deal. Now, probably is a big deal though. My sister and I were taking the same exact medicine for our ADHD at this time. And for some reason, we were treated like we were like 5 years old. 5 or 6 years old, something like that. I don't know why. Like, we could not stay in the house because they were afraid that something would happen or something. I don't know. And it might just be like a foster care thing too. But, like, actually, no, I don't think it was, because, like, I think we could have proved to them that we are very responsible. But, like, at this point, we were going to summer camp. Okay. So, my adopted mom gave me 2 pills. Okay, 2 ADHD pills, they were considered as. And told me to give one to my sister. Well, I took mine, and then, like, I guess a few minutes later, I noticed I had a pill in my hand. Okay, I didn't give it to my sister yet. Okay. So, and this was like a weekday, I remember, because it was not Friday. If it was a Friday, I would have understood, like, no, but, like, I don't know. So, I was by the sliding door. I think I was closing it, and I saw the pill, and I was like, oh shoot, I forgot to take my ADHD pill. Notice I said I already did. So I just put it in my mouth, popped it in my mouth. And then, like, a few seconds later, I was like, I did take it. I already started swallowing it, so there's, like, I already swallowed it. So there's no point, unless if you're going to, like, do the Heimlich on me and force it out, which I don't even know why you would do that, like, break. But, I don't know. And honestly, for something like that, I would have preferred to stay home. But I didn't. And if you guys remember when I said that when I was suicidal and I was gonna, like, completely overdose, yeah. This was complete accident, okay? Like, full on accident, like, no one really meant to, like, I didn't mean it, whatever. And so I told my mom, and she's like, well, okay. So I think she gave my sister her medicine, or she gave me the medicine to give to my sister. And mind you, at that point, I think I was pretty responsible. Like, I mean, I was trustworthy to give my sister her medicine. And again, they were the same exact pill. So, like, the fact that happened, I seriously overdosed. So, I went to day camp, and, like, I was on the picnic table, and I was asleep. I was conked out. And then, like, someone woke me up, and we had to go on the bus for, I think it was, like, special activities, whatever. And I just chose to do golf so that I could just sleep. By the way, or it could have been that I was forced to do golf because I didn't weigh 120 pounds. And you're supposed to weigh 120 pounds to go do something that's like, I can't remember. It was something fun, but since I didn't weigh that much, they didn't want me to hurt myself, whatever. So, like, I just conked out again. I got woken up and they were like, come on, you gotta get back on the bus. I went back on the bus. And and we went back, and then I fell asleep again at camp. Like, this whole day I was like conked out, nothing that I could really do about it because of the fact that, because of the Concerta. Because if you don't know, ADHD medicine, I don't know like I think it's also ADD, but what it does is it calms you down. So instead of like me, how I am, like super hyper and stuff, that stuff would calm me down to like a mellow level. My mom said it zombified me. It probably did. I don't know. My breath mom said. So we went home. I would imagine I did the same thing. I just went to my bed though. And I think, I'll tell you right now, the bed's a lot more comfortable than the bed's more comfortable than the table, the picnic table. But I mean, there's nothing you can do. Like, I was so tired. And so then the next day, and honestly, if this actually happened, I probably would not trust myself with anymore for a little while. Until I could prove to myself that I will not do that again. Even though, like I said, it was a true, honest mistake. Like, I mean, it could have happened. It did happen, and it could have happened multiple times. It only happened one time, and I have helped. I think I've given my brothers their medicine, but then again, theirs was always different than mine. And actually, like, the first time, I don't know how I'd react, but I'd be like, no. If it's like ADHD, then I would know, like, they're going to just be tired and just say they had the flu. But, so, the next day, my parents decided not to even think about giving me the medicine, my ADHD medicine, because of the accidental overdose. So they figured, and I don't think this is actually how it actually works. I do not think so, because I was so hyper that I couldn't even stand myself. Okay? But so they gave me no medicine. I think I was only on that medicine, so they didn't give me anything. They just, like, whatever. The next morning, I got ready, went to day camp, and oh my gosh, that week they saw 3 different crystals. One normal crystal, one super tired, can't do anything crystal, and one super hyper, like bouncing off the walls. There weren't any walls, so I was bouncing off tables probably. Poles and stuff. Like, there was no settling me down. I was so... When I was younger, I think I really, really had, like, really bad ADHD because the hyperactivity was that severe. Or it's that, or I learned to control the hyperness since I've been off. I think it's more of the fact that I learned to control my hyperness. Because you can learn to control it, and I'd prefer that. But if you're having troubles focusing, then yeah, try to get the help you can get. So, like, I was so freaking hyper. I think it was a Thursday that I overdosed. That Friday, they didn't give me any medicine. And I remember coming home and I was like, why didn't you guys give me my medicine? And my mom said, because yesterday you took 2 and we didn't want to, I guess she didn't want to overwhelm my body, which I think it takes about 30 minutes for the ADHD medicine to actually work, to start working, okay? Because it's gotta get in the system. And I do not approve of this. Like, I do not approve of overdosing. I do not approve, not even on an accident. Like, but like I said, it was true, honest accident. Like, one of those, like, I would never even ask anybody to do it. Even to skip. No. Luckily, though, like, everything was fine. I don't think I had any issues afterwards. Like, the next day I took my medicine like normal and I was perfectly fine. So, like I said, I don't think I had any, like, issues that were long term or anything because of it. But I do also think that it is a possibility that you can accidentally overdose on your own medicine, and it's not the best thing that could happen. But if it does, honestly, if you want my opinion, call your doctor and see what they say. Because it may just affect you that day. For me, since it was ADHD medicine, I was just, like, so tired that day. Poor kid. I would do anything to not let that happen. In fact, I was always super cautious. Like, when I was on medications and stuff, like, that I would never overdose. I would never overdose on it. And I think that actually scared me, too, because I was like, wow, that's a whole different one. I don't want to know her again. But, yeah. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And always remember, you can do what you set your mind to.